Let's go back in.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It is still not safe out there.
This disaster will make for great reading someday.
Death comes to all.
You're not Reaper. Not
How
Reaper.
fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must.
Okay. Let's destroy this.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Why?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
You can come if you want, but Adria will still pay for her betrayal. I have vanquished Urzael and his Reapers, giving the people of Westmarch their city back. Lorath and I go to the Blood Marsh to find Adria. She knows how to locate Malthael. She will tell me, and then she will pay in blood for her betrayal.
So, it's going to be the silent treatment, is it? We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
Aha, okay. That's a good one. Yes. Good.
Your life is over!
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper. Aided by packs of boggits, it will fight anything that crosses its path. Invariably, some of...
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most. Will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Run while you can, Adria.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
I know.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
Father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
I will use it well. How long do you think Adria would last if I held her head under one of these blood pools?
Do you know what fear is? The fear of who you are. The fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters. They asked me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames. My father burned. He screamed as the flames consumed him, and the smell was sickly sweet. He had found me. For once in his life, he had noticed me. And when he saw that the flames did not touch me, he breathed one word. It was his last.
Incredible feat!
Okay. No sockets.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Witch, they called me. But I turned it against them. When their daughter had a child that needed to disappear. When there was a sickness that none of the healers could cure. Who was it they pleaded with? When they needed me, the morality they flaunted in the daylight disappeared. As it always does.
I had believed my new assistant was the noisiest creature in the world. But that was before I discovered the Shrieking Terror. This bat-like monstrosity produces the most ear-splitting racket imaginable. And furthermore, managed to make my assistant scream even louder. I think my headache will last for weeks now.
Is this the right passage?
I have always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own. Based on her blood golems, her magic is very strong. These flesh gorgers are raised from earth, stone, and demon blood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely. Let's hope they don't succeed.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the west. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
I had half a mind to explore the ancient ruins outside Westmarch, and then I realized they were crawling with dreadful scarabs. Of course, these creatures do not frighten me, but they make my research much too time-consuming.
Still recharging.
And I am widely known for my efficiency, am I not?
The flesh shaman was created from the blood of the witch Adria. Because of that, the shaman is able to use magic as she does, channeling the power of blood and fire. Luckily, Adria only has so much blood to shed, and not for much longer.
Not ready yet.
It's almost as though the stones themselves know that a Nephilim has returned.
Your flesh is weak. Die! O Cathos, guide my hand! You cannot stand before me! Smile on me. Need more time.
It would be nice to have Irena here with us. I mean, she's a good fighter to have by your side.
Hey, here, footsteps. Where are they? Okay, there.
Is that all?
Hi.
Hi. Who is this? I can't see.
Gangs.
Who?
You plan on playing Season?
You mean Diablo?
These enemies defy all reason.
I'm story mode.
Still recharging.
I'll try. I have time to play. Stop annoying me.
As in the Season journey for the ladder.
Oh, you mean Overwatch? I just completed this week's test. So I'm gonna stay Diablo for now.
I will not be denied!
Playing some games.
Diablo Season, not Overwatch.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm blur. I don't know. I just started this game for like 4 days.
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
Denied!
I will bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and
Well, if you
greater
want
than
to
ever.
make a season chart, I'll rush ya to 70 and help you here.
The of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Let's see what happens next. Let's have fun with the story first. things go away. Nothing really that useful.
I'm strangely happy knowing that Adria will soon be dead at our hands. Not too quickly, of course.
You wilt against my blows.
Standing in the doorway.
Your game volume is super loud compared to your microphone.
Wait, let me let's lower this a bit. How about now? Die. 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, this is too low.
Die!
Stand before me.
Okay, area clear. Let's head back to the other way. Poof. Garbage. It's a whole lot of garbage. Codes. Nothing here. Oh, okay. Sheesh. Nothing. go back to town first. Oh, I accidentally broke the ring. One-hand swords. Powerful one-hand swords. Portal mace to the face. Level 60. Barbarian beach dog. I want to get something powerful for my companion. Let's try and craft one. Oh, cool. Okay, I can give him this now.
I can't use that.
Oh, not yet. Wait. Oh, there you are.
Lorath, this is as far as you go. Catch up to me when it is done.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I will do what is right.
We're all counting on you.
Could we find more like that?
Oh, if I can keep them running. Oh, wait. Oh, come on.
Bocathos, guide my hand.
We founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region.
Anything? you.
I'll taste your fear.
You guys are so annoying. Come on, just die.
Your flesh is weak.
Annoying. Ooh, okay. But too bad not mine.
Your flesh is weak.
I never knew that Rakis had an interest in the Nephilim. Strange.
Wait, look at this place. It's huge.
Die!
So
My fury is your demise!
Die! The ancients smile on me. Back to hell, dog. I'll taste your fear.
oh, you guys hiding behind the walls? Really?
your fear. Need more time. I gain new strength.
Okay, I came back full circle.
You wilt against my blows.
I just died.
I will not be denied.
We have begun searching the marsh for the ruins of Corvus. This stinking, festering swamp is punctuated by worn blocks of stone. Perhaps these ancient sentinels are all that remain of the proud Nephilim city. No, there is more to be found. I know it.
Meet your destiny!
I will not be denied.
Okay. This is a lot higher than what I have, but drops my damage. Okay. Okay. This is so high. Cool.
Your flesh is weak.
One punch. Strong enough.
Last night, I found the ruined Nephilim city. When I stepped into the buried catacombs, I felt a stirring in my blood. And then a wondrous thing. A dim light began to glow all around me, not cast by any torch. It was as though the very stones acknowledged my presence.
Come on.
You cannot stand before me.
Never tell Lyndon I said this, but I believe he is a more honorable man than he lets on.
Where are you running? You're not going anywhere.
Back to hell, dog.
Die.
Again!
I'll taste your fear.
Okay, something legendary just showed up. Doesn't seem to be mine. It is mine. Good.
Your flesh is weak. You cannot stand before me.
Not good enough anymore. Now if I could just swap those. going. Okay, dilemma on this. Should I throw it? Oh yeah, this one. Just not legendary. Let's break it. Use the gem here. Can I change this? Oh, level 12. Money.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
What? What do you mean?
Rakas conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Have you been in the cellar by where you are?
What? You mean this cellar here? Yeah, I saved the boy. He's here now. Is he? Bryson? Let's talk.
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
I would have killed him.
Yeah.
Dirges took something much
Okay.
more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh. Then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
Oh. Let's go back. A bloody good time.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Okay, she becomes He's spider. That's summon upon.
We will choose our own destiny, free from the eternal conflict. But you will not have that choice.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the...
Nope, can't finish the sentence. Nope.
Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Wait. Lowers my damage.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
So there's nothing here. Okay, let's go
I need
back.
to go back.
See? Aren't you happy I didn't tell you beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster?
Why would that possibly make me happy?
You're so much more effective when you're stewing in blind rage, thirsting for revenge. We wouldn't want you to peak too early. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
Well, not enough money. Don't want to sell anything.
Alright, it's him or us.
Oh, I have extra gems. Ooh. Let's keep these two. Let's break this and this. Take this sun. Nah. Put it in the chest.
Now we know. Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He is a coward, hiding until he has enough power to confront me.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Wait.
Lara! Peter!
Are you looking for somebody?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game.
Playing?
But I'll find
A
them
game?
soon enough.
Now? Oh, really?
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
Oh, that's sad.
According to the records, King Rakkus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist. Rackus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins in the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
You done?
What is this?
Destroy the gate! The Nephilim is here!
He dares to attack us?
Whoa, what do you expect?
Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Well, his arrogance is gone.
Malthael tried to stop me from entering Pandemonium, but nothing will keep me from him. Now I will cross these battlefields, where angels and demons once fought. I must find the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me. I will show him what death means.
Still weak.
Why would Imperius want you to follow him? I don't like this.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
The Ravagers were among the most fearsome soldiers of hell. Having grown accustomed to the taste of war, they remained in Pandemonium.
We do not have the luxury of time.
Well, I have.
Pandemonium is a vast, chaotic realm, and many demons remain scattered throughout it. In particular, the war-scarred Marauders were unwilling to return to the Hells, and they have taken to pillaging the remaining angelic outposts in the battlefields. They may not be the most powerful of their kind, but they are clever and insidious, and no strangers to war.
Righteousness!
You will need to do better if you are to stand any chance. is a siege room.
A good choice.
600.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are 2 more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
I do not want your thanks.
Pandemonium is a harsh realm, and its inhabitants must be resourceful to survive. But none more so than the scavengers, who armor themselves in the very rocks beneath their feet. They may appear as mighty giants to their foes, but a few hard strikes will reveal that their true form is much smaller. I suspect that the Bard Lurker is part demon, for its appearance has an aspect far too sinister to occur naturally. It expels a noxious poison worthy of the hells, and from what I can tell, it will only feed on its own kind or the corpses of demons. One hopes it will never encounter a human.
Stop.
Something now inhabits the fortress.
Not ready yet.
I am certain of it. Long have I gazed upon its scarred facade, dreaming of the safe haven its walls offer. But it has changed. The vacant terraces have turned cold. I am so desperate to escape the demons. But whatever is in the fortress may be worse.
What is that? Trap?
I will not be denied! You wilt against my blows.
Still recharging.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
The ancients smile on me. I grow in power.
Being in this place makes me appreciate our world even more.
Flee. I don't want to flee. I just wanted to die quicker. The enemy. Chop their heads off.
Die!
Stop running. Come back here, you. Oh, okay.
What do I know of the Realm Walker? Very little. It roams the outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering giant with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world, never to be seen again.
Die, die, die.
You cannot stand before me. A well-deserved death. For Cathal's guide my hand.
Die. this man stuff.
The ram is here, but I must finish collecting the siege runes first.
Okay.
Need more time.
Annoying. Just die quickly.
For Cathos, guide my hand.
Pandemonium is the Alpha and the Omega of the eternal conflict. It lies at the center of all things, linking the realms of heaven and hell. Long ago, when the angels were young, the aspect of wisdom found the eye of Anu here. He named it the World Stone, and all of heaven swore to protect it.
This place is like the nightmare of some madman.
What would you expect?
I will not be denied. This cannot be opened yet.
Hey, you want a power level?
What? Wait, let me read. Oh, never mind. It's okay by me. Too low. For scoundrel. Ring 501. Nope. Nope. All trash. Ignoring creeps.
It's up to you, man. I got time if you want one.
Never mind, it's okay.
You wilt against my blows. not ready yet.
I like going slowly.
Back to hell, dog.
I need to go back.
to town.
I thought on what you said, and you may have been right.
Oh well,
Bear the
time's
thought
up.
of another friend's
Let's
death.
revisit
And you
Pandemonium
must bear the
tomorrow.
burden of a lonely life. And it is just as heavy, Hadrig.
I suppose so.
Too bad. So low.
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I am still searching for him. I swear to you, he will pay.
I hope so.
Level up.
To be honest, I can't believe I'm still in business.
I want strength. Oh. I don't have enough money. Dang it.
In the end, Zai trapped her just in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity, everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
So that's you.
An old man, eh?
So the story says.
I've met a lot of these people before in Bastion's Gate.
Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
You need to find out who killed your brother. Ask Hadrig about the dagger.
Give it a rest. The bloody Thieves Guild killed him.
You are not interested in the truth, then?
No,
I am, however, interested in drinking.
As it's you.
Linden left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Yes, I was hoping you could tell me more about it.
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Linden.
Okay. I thought I should take it to him.
I see death everywhere. Even when amongst the living, I see the specter of endless night. But you are different. Death's shadow surrounds you. It obscures all else.
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that. You're a good man.
The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. But nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.
I'll get in.
Peter and Lara have been playing hide from the monster all day. Such imaginative children.
Imagine it.
I have not seen any children here.
I said they were hiding, didn't I?
I saw two.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
Poor lady. Okay, that's all for tonight.